this is history making right now, bro.
Like collaboration, Barberoo and Kaya Lounge.
Big up, big up.
Well, that's the problem. I don't think they're ready for the Arab slaughter. I'm slaughtering Arabs tonight, fam. السلام عليكم حبيبي، كيف الحال؟ شو الأخبار؟ هلا والله.
السلام عليكم حبيبي، كيف حالك؟ شلونك؟ شبارك؟ أخبارك؟ أنت تمام؟
That's the Arab from Wish.
والله كويس
We always
كويس
Arab
كويس
from Wish.
Brother, listen, me made in China, born in Cardiff, raised in City Road.
والله
Man, يلا, you pour them in tea. I see now, whoever pour them in tea better is a real Arab.
تعال سوي شاي. عندنا ضيف يبا، شيخ ميثم.
لا حبيبي يا خلاص. What brother? This is not a mint tea.
تعال. والله الحين أعدل شكلك.
Listen, حبيبي. You want to see the mint tea, huh?
You have to do it. You have to dip it back in. Let it marinate.
What is this?
Marinate.
You say me wish made in China, brother. You two made in China.
Wallahi, we're fake Arabs.
Yalla, this is not very good, brother. Let me show you.
Wallahi, look.
واحد خمسة أربعة. What do you say?
واحد ثلاثة أربعة. والله العظيم.
حبيبي ما شاء الله. ما شاء الله. See? This is how you pour the mint tea, brother.
I need to breathe back my mind. اسمع. I have an Arab joke. Did the falafel say to the hummus?
شو اسمه? What did the falafel
say to the hummus? It's a rap.
What, this right here? No, I mean this one is a rap. What do you mean, brother? Do you like tea with your sugar?
Wallahi, the sweeter the better, the juice.
Of course.
We are backward. You know, the Arabs are the only ones that decided to write the opposite way. Have you noticed?
Of course.
Every country write this way.
Wallahi, everything we do is backwards. Of course, baby. Because we don't want to copy everybody else.
No, it's not about copy. We have to do extreme. Can you say hi? How are you? Very simple in English. Come speak this in Arabic. Hello wallah, shbarak, shon abuk, shon ummak, shon akhlak. Wallah, you're asking the whole history, bro.
When we talk, you say normal British. You say, hello, how are you?
Very simple, nice and easy.
Habibi, alhamdulillah, salam alaykum. And then you see the British people, they start shaking like this, they get nervous. They say, what? These two, they're gonna fight? Say, no man, he hasn't seen him in 2 days. He has to say, Ahlan, Habibi.
We do
Me, I'm from Kaya, so salam alaikum Habibi. Everyone who's watching from Kaya.
No one really knows about the Arab culture, bro. That's what it is. We're trying to just go into depth, and obviously if this goes out to the public, there'll be different kind of cultures looking and watching it. Perfect.
How we got brought up same time. We went to same set of schools, and we had to grow up in the time where, was it 2001, where all the mad shit happened, and then we had all the disrespect coming to the Arabs, and we had to live through the tough time in the British rule.
After the 9/11, I think the whole world was against Muslims. Yeah. But I think obviously where we've come from, two different cultures, it's a bit of a...
Yeah, it's changed everything.
What?
Dubai.
Yeah, cool.
Everybody before, they're like, Arabs? No, we don't like Arabs. No, we don't like this, we don't like... Now they say, oh my God, I can't wait to go to Dubai. Oh my God, yes, be that, bro.
Yeah, listen.
And now they all want to be...
Everyone's working there.
They all want to be like the Arabs now. Everybody now dressed like us now. You see when they go to spa in Dubai, they dress like this, man. And then how many years we had to take all the mockery, bro? You know what I mean? Oh shit. Is George Bush?
Rock.
Is Bush?
But we're doing it, I told you we're doing an interview. I think so. Alright, yalla salam. Wallahi, this is what I mean, bro. It's Baba Ganoush.
Wallah, Baba Ganoush.
Yeah, listen, hella with them boys, wallah. Yalla. Golo, yalla. I fluffed it. I don't have Sugar Bay. We're not Salt Bay. Sugar Bay, He's gonna be like my son.
My dad, he's locking his genetics. I gave him the Arab genes, and this is how you repay me.
Nah, we get into your personal stuff and everything about you and how you come up and your upbringing. Just tell the people how hard it is and walk in your door and basically go through two different cultures. When you're Arab, of course, with your dad and...
With my mum, my mum's British, she's Welsh. Okay. So imagine, what about you, full?
Nah, my dad is full Arab. So basically, as soon as I log into the house, I'm Arab.
I said Arab.
If I try to say hello, تعال, كلب, hello, Anna, Juliana, hello. That's it.
You have to understand, bro. Our parents came to this country, right? And they're trying to live in a Western world but keep Middle Eastern culture. We don't live in a Middle Eastern country. So they expect you to do everything that they've done as kids. They expect you to find a wife that is probably from the same cloth. They expect you to speak Arabic when no one around you. We're being pushed to live the Middle Eastern lifestyle, but in Western world.
No, but what I mean is, you know, actually, how is it for you? Not for your parents or for your friend. When you actually go and, let's say, into work, you put on the
Arabs.
Okay.
Believe all my clientele, they're Arabs. So you know, they laugh at me. They all walk in, they say, Assalamu alaikum, habibi.
So you got to be a bit more Arabic in work because of what you do.
Bro, all that you see today was in City Road.
Okay.
Otherwise, I did not work in City Road or live in City Road, and everyone I meet around me is from City Road. I'll be as whitewashed as you can possibly imagine. No Arab, zero Arab. None. Because me, I was brought up by my mum. You know, because listen,
Welsh or she?
So mum, okay, this is a mad bloodline, alright? So
mad bloodline.
My mother, she is.
Get the ancestry kit. We need to verify this one. He look Arab now. He look like Sheikh.
So my mum, she is Italian. Welsh.
Oh, wow, that mad mix.
And then my father, he's Iranian, Iraqi. So you can imagine some bloodlines there. But listen, Middle Eastern values says what? Mum stays at home. And dad goes out to work. So imagine living in the UK where I'm raised by my mother, but with my dad's Middle Eastern value that was never given to me as a child because I was raised by my mum. The culture says mum stays at home and dad goes to work. So imagine, as I'm growing up, I didn't get to taste my culture. I didn't get to have these things. I didn't get to try and explain everything it is about and what it is to be Iraqi. That was all learned from the one and only Kaya Lounge.
Okay.
So if it wasn't for
the
Kaya,
social life you have there, the clientele.
Listen, you are who you are from the people you mix around.
100%.
If you mix everyone who is Welsh, British born, you're gonna be going to, you know, the pubs. You get
through, and what your parents went through is two different things. So like, I'm an Arab. Like my dad thought I was gonna be a doctor, but
doctor, engineer. If you're not dentist, you are nothing.
That's it. Literally be a millionaire from what you do, but if you're not a doctor, a lawyer, like,
well, you know the story.
You know, Arabs think of barbers. Like, you went to Kuwait and I said I'm a barber. Like, you know, they would think of that.
They laugh at you.
Over here, I'm rated. Over here, I'm rated. Like, yo, I'm a barber. Yo, he can make me look good. I love my barber. Never cheat on your barber. Over there,
you're nothing. No one.
You're a servant.
Wallahi, this is true, right? So I was doing my GCSEs in Cardiff High, right? And I was so proud of myself. I spent all my time studying. I was there. I was locked myself in a room because you want to make your parents proud and you want to do well in school. And in my science exam, wallahi, this is true. I got 99% in my science exam. So imagine, me, I'm so excited. Doing GCSEs is a big deal. I go to Baba, I say, Baba, listen. I say, I done you proud. I said, I got 99% in my science GCSE. You say,
have you noticed, he's been hugging the Shisha, he ain't sharing.
Listen, the Shisha is this good, man. How can I share? This is Kaya Lounge Shisha, bro. Come on, bro. That's the story, yeah? So I got 99% of my science GCSE. And I went to Baba, I say, Baba, I say, today I'm gonna make you proud. He say, what happened? I say, I have 99% in my science exam. He say, MashaAllah, what happened to the 1%? Imagine, and I'm there as a child, man. I'm 5 years old.
Bro, 99.
Baba, he said, what happened to 1%? This is the pressure.
Do you know what that's like? Put this in another perspective. Imagine if you go home to an Arab dad and you tell him, Dad, I've had a fight. I had a fight in school. This, that. He will beat you up for fighting in school, which is wrong. Obviously, you shouldn't be fighting. So he's trying to prevent you from fighting. Now let's flip the script. Let's say you go home, you say, Dad, someone beat me up. I just had a fight and someone beat me up.
The first thing like, yeah,
why are you losing?
What are you doing?
Why are you
not hitting back?
Why are you not? Why my son lose?
I want to see the other guy bring him for me because if you do not beat him up, I will beat him up myself for you.
I already given up on trying to like my dad. Like he's impressed, bro.
No.
Like I don't understand that. It works. I get it. You're trying to motivate the kid, and you're trying to like. But every now and then, it's good to praise them and.
Agreed.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, listen. Imagine in the future, what you've learned and how you've been raised. When your son, he comes to you and says, I had 99%, going on what your father told you, you're gonna say, Baba ta'al. Slipper. When
I have two. I have one for you. Where's the one? 0.5. Where's my 0.5?
But it's a funny thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Obviously, we're gonna like. Alice, are you comfortable like this? Should we just continue the whole thing?
Our grandfathers, they were.
What you said, the genetic kicking in now.
That's it, man.
Where's the lamb? Where's the camels? Where's the goats? What's going on? Hello. Let's talk a little bit about. Obviously, if you remember COVID, I know you guys were open in COVID, and it was a struggle for all businesses. But like, if you just go into depth about what happened with you guys.
First of all, I gotta introduce Kaya and tell you what Kaya is about.
Okay.
You know, people who don't know, who may be watching, hopefully you're watching from all over the globe.
Yeah.
Maybe to Kuwait, with Iraq.
Wallahi.
You know,
Shisha
number one, brother. But you know, we're a Shisha lounge in Cardiff.
Yeah.
We're not one of the first, but we were probably one of the first mainstream lounges.
I'm not trying to like, you know, just because you're here. Everybody knows Kaya Lounge is doing bits. You guys are more mainstream than everyone else. You guys are bringing more people. I know people personally from Newport, Barry, all the way
Birmingham,
up to like Birmingham,
Manchester.
And that's the thing, like that brings a lot of footfall to Cardiff and City Road.
Yeah, of course.
But I don't want to bring any other Shisha lounge down, but I feel like you guys set trends in the beginning. People like the old school vibe, but I think your Shisha attracting the youths. You got DJ night. Yeah.
True for you as well.
Yeah. What? Well, like,
if all friends were clients, khalas, we'd be millionaires. I swear, wallahi,
I will kill my son. I will kill my son for you.
Wallah, yo, listen. He's my wardrobe guide.
Oh yeah. No, don't do that Saudi style.
Go back to 1%, I get.
Yeah, we're going to a demographic of Shisha lounge, like, you know, that we probably didn't have before in Cardiff. So the way, at the end of the day, any good business, it always starts by a vision. You know, barbering, if it's Shisha, if it's restaurants, if it's like these TikTok phases, but you've got to sometimes reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
And traditionally, 100%. Like, if you look what we're doing right now, when think of Shisha, they think of us. You know, my vision and my aim is to break that traditional cultural stereotype. Things at home, you know, Shisha lounge is a bunch of Arabs, all like this.
To be fair,
some Shisha.
I've been in there, I've seen a lot of different cultures, which is in your case, the stereotype brings them all together.
We're trying to make Shisha accessible to everybody.
100%.
You know, where maybe before Shisha was just for the amus. You know, and we want everyone to feel at home when they come.
Those type of Shishas, sorry to cut you up, but those type of Shishas, I feel like they don't progress. I feel like they just got the basic chairs, basic things, and it's always the uncles that go there.
And Arab style, if it's not broken, don't fix it.
But obviously after COVID,
fair enough.
I don't want to put no pressure.
You know, sometimes life in general, when you're in a situation that is high pressure, high stress, and we can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. So you can imagine, so before we launched Kaya Lounge, we had a small little shop called the Shisha Lounge, and maybe we did roughly about 60 people, 80 people, and that's how we started life. But unfortunately, this is now going back in 2018. It was 2 days just before Eid.
Oh, no way.
I swear.
I can't remember the dates or nothing like that. It was just before Eid. I'm guessing Eid is like obviously like our Christmas for the Arabs, so it's like it's a very, very, very busy period.
It's the most busiest date on the calendar. It's the one day we all wait for. And the worst part, we had Eid and it was World Cup finals, all merged into one. And then what happened was, unfortunately, at the time, I guess because everyone was fasting, because obviously everyone's fasting. You know, before the workers that we had before, a little bit hungry, a little bit tired, a little bit like erratic, and have like a place we put all the fahm, all the charcoal, and through charcoal, not in place that kind of kills the charcoal. And the whole lounge was built from wood.
I remember, actually you extended it like an inside garden.
Correct, correct, on the calendar. And unfortunately, the whole thing set on fire. So imagine, it's like 3-4 years of my devote, passion, the pain, the stress, the tears, just watching the whole thing just puff up in smoke. That time, bro, you can imagine, like, and the part is that, like, we work hard and I was supporting the family at the time. You know, my housewife, she just worked, and it was just me and my dad working to make an income to the family. And when our shop burned down, that was our lifeline cut. Back then we wasn't in a financial position to make savings, and we couldn't, navigate and like pay all the bills by not having one shop, because Shisha Lounge was our lifeline. So it was a really tough time, but it's
made it through, which is amazing. But a lot of people, like what people don't realize is, if that ever happened to anyone else, I think like this is what's good about having an Arab culture. I feel like we're kind of built for war. This is why so many businesses actually in the Arab community survive for a long time, even if it's not busy. We the breakthrough.
100%.
But I feel like obviously anybody else in that position, watch their 3-4 year business fall and collapse, would have given up. But you didn't.
Yeah, that's it. Sometimes, you know, like you said about your dad, about if you get beaten up, you got to beat him harder. Sometimes if we get defeated, it's motivation even harder.
100%.
We don't lose it.
No. That's not in the kind. Have you heard this joke about the security guy there? Basically, the guy started working in a mall. He only worked there for a couple of days. He don't know anything around. So a guy came with his wife and he's like, my wife wants to use the toilet. Can you show me where the toilet is? So the Arab, he's like, the toilet that way, go that way. So they went that way. They come back. They're like, there's no. They said, no, it's this way. Bear in mind, the mall didn't have a toilet. Instead of saying, sorry, I am wrong, I am new, this is my first job, or this is my first week here in this job. No, he took them and he said, we'll look for the toilet together. So Arabs, there's no you can't. There's no such thing as giving up.
Of course, we cannot be. I'll tell you something. This is true story.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm Jordan. I just come back traveling, so I've been away. What story about Arabs not admitting when they're wrong? Okay, so I arrived in Jordan. And I came to the border control. And before I could get into Jordan, you know, they offered me. And they said, do you have a visa? I was like, no, I don't need a visa. I'm only transiting through Jordan. I'm here less than 24 hours. So I don't need a visa to enter Jordan because I'm transiting.
Yeah, you're going out.
That's it. He's like, no, listen, you need visa. I was like, okay, 1 second. Pick up my phone. I went on Jordan does something like that. I went on the actual government website.
Wallahi, you try to make sense out of this.
Official.
I already know this. I know.
I turned to the officer. I said, how do you look? I say, it says on the screen, do not need visa if you are going to be in Jordan for less than 24 hours transiting. And I showed him. He say, no, it's wrong.
Yeah, the whole government, the parliament is wrong, the king is wrong, the is wrong, but he's right.
I said, okay, so you're trying to tell me that the internet, the government is wrong. Literally, I said, tell me the government is wrong. He said, yes, it is wrong.
I feel like that's Arabs on like a spectrum between being and wrong. There's only right. You're only on this side.
And even if you're wrong, you were actually originally right, but now wrong is because something changed and you didn't know about it.
There's nothing.
If you get into political arguments with Arabs, you talk about religion or you talk about politics, you can't do it. Listen, how many
stupid people you can't really.
How many wars have been started, bro, from someone who's got the bigger bollocks? Who is more right than the other person? Wallahi, all our countries, all the Middle East is all messed up now because no one wants to admit they're wrong. Well, say, I'm right, no, I'm right. You want war? I want war. You want war? Yalla, come on.
That's the I think what you have and what I have is like we were here and it's like it's nice to step out of the cultural thing and just look at it from a distance and just see where we're wrong in that culture. I'm not saying that Arabs are perfect or Arabs are not perfect. I feel like there's a lot of values in the Arab culture that will, you know, take out culture, but I feel like there is some things in there that needs to be. And there needs to be a bit of middle ground with.
I always say, like, you listen to the industry, you're in business, and you probably know. If you probably employ or you hire or you train somebody who's probably from the same country as you, you know their loyalty for a T. The stress that you have to get from them is high. But you know, morning, shop has to open at 9 o'clock, you know he's here. You know,
with it. That's one thing I think
of course,
the Arab culture have.
Very, very loyal. That's why we call everyone brother. You know, because
it's a brotherhood,
it's actually when you're from the same country and you're from the same culture, we are actually brothers. You know, I have with people who are Arabs that I do with sometimes with my own family members.
Yeah, he would be there for you whenever.
100%. Even sometimes you can get into fights. You can beat each other up, you can fight each other, grab each other, and at the end of the day you say Salam alaikum, bossa, and yalla. You don't think it ever happened. But then 3 years later he'd be like, remember on January 21st, 9 o'clock at 8:30 a.m. in the morning, you say this word to me? You're like, huh?
And you know Arabs grow up with, they take shit, bro. And there's no way they will not let anything slide.
No.
You remember the way you look at me, huh?
Yeah.
The way you look at me when you say bring tea.
You drive BMW and you rev.
And you don't beat.
Don't say salam. Well, maybe this egg from you, brother.
Out of the characters, man.
True.
What was going to say about? So the stuff of your obviously business, you managed to overcome that, which is one of the hardest things to do in life. I think obviously failure is not an option in that category, but like after you've successfully got to what it is now. Obviously now is you're putting Cardiff on the map. I feel like Cardiff has so much to offer, bro. Like even for example, this podcast, like what's gonna go and what's gonna happen. But like I just feel like so much missing in Cardiff, and I feel like there's only a few of us have the same thinking. Like when I invited Nathan, I mean like it wasn't even an invite. I was like, yo, the podcast, don't even ask, I'm coming.
What are you asking, bro?
But I was reading Shisha. I thought, you know what, do this different. I feel like I'm here to break a barrier in any industry, not just Shisha Barberoo. And I feel like we're just breaking the barrier to just bring people closer to the Arab culture and actually look at what good qualities we have. And I feel like it's on us because you try, well, like, you know, tequila shot, my friend.
Yeah, this is
tequila, my friend.
This is the number one. I mean, number one.
But we want to bring this to people so that they have a better understanding of how we do things. And I feel like some of our qualities is very good. I feel like there's room for improvement in any culture. And I feel like obviously it's different for us because we ain't your typical, your average, you know, we don't have that childhood high expectation from early. Sometimes we are forced to be successful even if we don't want to. Like, can you imagine if I was like saying to my dad, like, Dad, I want to be a rapper, like, or I want to do things.
I want to be an artist.
Or, we're not discrediting any rappers or any like. Don't ever get interested. Like,
it's not in our culture.
Like, brother, you see these? Every time you drop a hit, this is gonna be the next hit you get.
This one it hurts more than anything else. I've been beaten with everything, but this one is the special one.
Shout out to your dad, man. He's put in the shift, and I'll be real with you. Like like a lot of the Arabs, regardless of what you think, some of the uncles that came here, bro, they took advantage of the situation and kind of like built themselves faster onto the generation, and then brought up kids like Maytham, who I think like a fine example of a multicultural, because like I think it's difficult parents like your dad to come here, bro. Let's start it from scratch. He didn't know everybody. 100%. He probably didn't speak the very best of English. He had to learn a second language. Somehow integrate
and learn the values, and
then open a business, have that successfully running, pass the knowledge on to his son, and it's a bit confusing, obviously.
But don't forget, it's like culture is, you know, you find a lot of places like let's use a big one.
Yeah.
You know, when you go to bakery back home, the grandfather opened the bakery, and the son he improved it, and the generations to follow. We have a legacy. Yeah. You know, your name back home, it means a lot.
Yeah, 100%.
So when our fathers come here,
and especially for the oldest son, like, you know, your brother can fit.
Oh, yeah,
like, you know, mama can slide. You got the green card, my friend. You can do whatever you want, habibi. But you, brother, you are the example.
But why? Because listen, when I'm going back now to when we had the fire. Yeah. Lifeline was the business. Okay, and then when that taken away, you have to keep the family strong together, and you have to get it all going no matter what. Yeah. And that's what it is. So by having an eldest son, if my, you know, obviously, you know, can't live forever. No. And one day we have.
May they have a long life.
Inshallah. But we have to take legacy across for the future generations. Okay. And that's why, you know, our values now, our parents have told us, we are who we are today from that methodology, from how our parents wanted us to be prosperous, and they don't want us to be, you know, they want us doctors, dentists, engineers.
They want the best for us.
Of course. Generations, our generation underneath, we have to teach them the same values, the same way
pass it on. So cultures and everything else, just a good. This guy loves to travel. Like, I'm so happy for him, bro. Like, you've been all over. I've watched you was in Thailand and through is it Thailand?
Bro, I went through everywhere. Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, Vietnam, Japan.
Bro,
everywhere.
I've been to Newport and come back. Like, tell the people how it was. Like, what did you find? Obviously, when you go in there, you even though you're on holiday, but when you actually, when you did a bit of a
sabbatical, a good time off.
I feel like you actually learned about. Let me tell you culture and stuff.
You have two types of traveling. Yeah. You have the bougie traveling. Yeah, bougie. The one that you go through with the 5 suitcases.
Habibti, buy everything you want,
bro.
Everything on me.
Or you go with a backpack.
Or like backpack is kind of
well, we had the good backpacks, not the ones that. But I travelled, I think about 11 countries over 4.5 months with just a backpack. Okay. And I'll tell you something. Something I realised quite on that has changed my perspective on life entirely.
What is it?
Everything that I lived off in that 4 months in my backpack, I've been home now for about 2-3 months. Guess what I still wear every day? All the clothes that was in that backpack. When you go to my wardrobe,
Basically, what you like. Do you know what? I'm gonna cut you up, yeah. Do you know what? I was looking into. I was talking about people that live in cities. The people that live in cities always want to leave the city, but they can't. But then he studied why they can't, and it was like because they're stuck in this environment where they feel like their city is their life.
Could we call it the hamster wheel?
Yeah, hamster wheel. He met, and that was telling him all this information, had a backpack. But imagine this guy's got a PhD degree, masters, everything, and he's very, and the guy asked him, why have you got a backpack? Like, he's like, I don't know where I'm going to be tomorrow. He goes, everything I need in life is in my backpack.
That's it, man, that's it.
It's so crazy stuff that you actually
laugh at me.
Yeah.
When they come into my house, they look around.
Yeah.
I got nothing else.
Yeah.
And they're like, bro, your house for sale? Like, where is everything?
Yeah.
And that,
Exactly.
trust me, like, listen, I'll be honest. When I first met my wife, she goes to me, oh, look at this Balenciaga bag. I was like, Balenciaga? And she goes, you don't know what it is? I was like, no. She goes, do you know this Louis Vuitton bag? I was like, no. I didn't even know what they were. You know, and my whole is from my dad.
Well, you know, Primark, you know, that's okay.
My designer,
Happy
TK Maxx.
birthday! Here's a
TK
Primark
Maxx is
t-shirt.
my number one designer shop.
Like the TK Maxx is the one is made for Arabs.
This is my,
Whatever they didn't sell to the general public, the Arabs will buy at a low cost price.
TK Maxx is like my treasure hunt.
But it's not because of you like it. You buy it because it used to be £100. Now it's 25.
And it probably was always 25, but they said it was 100. But there's enough for us to be like, mashallah.
Whatever you save, you spend. If it's saving, I'm spending.
But here's, of course, I realized your whole life, you don't need all the things that we have at home. All we need is just the bare essentials to live a fulfilled life. And here's something that I realized, and something now that I've brought home with me, it's brought me true happiness. You can go all over the world, okay? You can have a flashy car. You can have all the Gucci, all the Pradas, and all the Louis Vuittons. You can have this amazing material lifestyle. But deep down, me and you may live the same life. I could be making, let's say, £4 a week. You may be making 2. But for me to make my
if the taxman's watching, I'm not even making 2. I'm making £5, £10 a year. Haircut every week.
Hypothetical scenario.
Donate all my money to charity.
Well, inshallah, we make these numbers one day, inshallah.
Hypothetically speaking, let's go.
Hypothetically. But let's say, like, £4 a week, you make £2 a week. For example, you make £4 and I make £2.
Well, I want to be lower. Please.
Okay. Then let's keep it real. But
you are higher, I am lower.
Come on. Pass. And then what I realized was, okay, so to make my £4 a week, I have 0 time because I'm so busy trying to be hungry to make this £4. But you make £2, but you may have a lot more time in the world.
For example, like going to the gym, to have social life.
You go out with your friends. You have like hobbies.
I feel like social life is important, but I feel like at some point when you're like 20 or when you're up, I feel like you should just focus on work so that maybe later on you can have a social life. So, which is what you did most likely.
100%.
But the thing is about industry, in my industry, and people will say this as well, is like, it's a social life, bro. Like, you literally be able to talk to people and have a laugh with people, and that's what makes our job and our industry so fun to work.
Amazing, because every day you wake up and there's different people, different clientele. But let me go back to this, right? So what I realized is time actually, and I know this is quite, you're on TikTok and this is quite cliche, but time trumps money.
100%.
100%, because we all got families, we all got loved ones. I would rather take a 2, and honestly I swear, if I make £4, I'm just probably having a bit of a nicer car, a bit of a nicer house, a bit of a nicer clothes, and maybe on the weekends I go to a bit of nicer restaurants. But I have no time. Me and you live the same life. You will drive a car, you will go to restaurants, you will live in a home. But the only difference is maybe the person who's making a bit more, you have a bit more of a comfortable life. But I have no time. You have the time. Who's the wealthier person? Think about it. And deep it.
That is deep. I would be better off than some. I mean, money makes things easier, but I feel like there's moments that you can't create with money. So, 100% agree with you. It's funny you mentioned traveling the world with a pack and all that. Like, people think I'm crazy. A barber van. I want to take that barber van. Obviously, there's David Lloyd's all placed all over Europe, and we can go into that. So what I was thinking is taking my barber van, going in France, Belgium, Amsterdam, Rotterdam, all these places, the hotels and all that. No, I want to sleep in a van, go to camp spots, integrate with different cultures in Europe, and go to the spots where tourists go and stuff like that, and actually meet the people from the area, cut their hair, do it as a promotional vlog, and then obviously, what's it called? Wallahi, خلاص. Want me to swim in this? You're just showing off now, innit?
100%.
Well, this is technique.
The one specification of coming on the podcast today was for me to pour you a perfect tea. That was the most important thing I wanted to do.
And he's the guest. You need to take him.
Welcome to my podcast, guys.
He needs to teach you manners.
This is Kaya Lounge with Barberoo today.
Yeah,
I'm taking over the podcast.
Wallahi, take over. My podcast, your podcast, no problem.
Barbering is an international language.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, and sometimes you don't even have to speak the same language.
No.
Try to give that little nod.
I do feel like you need to understand what you want, bro. Like, no. If a man sat in my chair and I couldn't speak English and told me, like, basically, show me a picture, and I'm asking him, like, the follow-up questions, right? So the follow-up question would be like, how do you style it? How do you do it? And if a brother can't tell me how he has it, it's going to be emotional. Vice versa. If I was the customer and I was sitting and the barber couldn't understand me, it's going to be emotional. I said, emotional damage. So from my perspective, I feel like you've already gone and explored different cultures, and you've gone to so many different countries, and you've come back with a lot of knowledge.
But do you know why I done that?
I feel like it's a business tactic.
It's quite deep. Maybe I'm going to be bringing the mode and the vibe of the podcast down.
Okay.
But I'll tell you something. People who are watching and people who have seen and people who know people around like Cardiff and City Road, very prominent figure in City Road who owns a shisha shop in City Road. I don't know if you ever heard what happened or heard the story?
No.
So there was a guy, and he's a very, very, very good friend of mine.
Yeah.
I've been now with him now, he's been close for about 6 or 7 years. And unfortunately, there's some bad news that happened to him and the family. And it made me realise that tomorrow's not promised.
Okay.
And literally all the things in life that I wanted to do and all the things that I wanted to see, I wanted to do.
Try and achieve it as soon as possible. We're not promised tomorrow.
We're not promised tomorrow. And you know, again, it's very cliche to say, oh, live every day like your last. You can't live every day like your last.
You're right in a sense, because like, you can't really. But if we're not supposed, like, I don't know why, but I get these feelings a lot. I don't know why I question things like that. I shouldn't be questioning it. I know for a fact we're not born just to work. Do you know what I mean?
Of course.
Obviously, you have to work to earn a living and to be at some point. But I do feel like that's why, like, you should take time off work and really just forget about work and 100%. Go and do your thing for.
Listen, why? Social media, they sell us this dream. Listen, I'm 30 years old. You're only slightly more older than me.
Man had to throw me under the bus. Well, I'm 30 years old. What's going on?
Come on.
Like, same thing.
You open your phone now. About what? 3 or 4 TikToks in. What do you see? You see a guy who's probably in his 20s driving a Lamborghini around Dubai. It makes you feel this small about your life because you spent every day working hard. And I'm a Barberoo Podcast fan, by the way. You said something and it stuck with me. You were like, every day for a man is a fight. Every day is a battle. 100%. And we don't know what's going to happen. And that's it. When we look at this lifestyle that we're sold, this younger generation is living, we feel so small and incompetent about ourselves. It breaks us. There's sometimes to see that we work so hard for our business to thrive and for us to make ourselves secure and established for the future. And you get these 20-year-olds who supposedly do trading or Forex or crypto or YouTube or whatever they do.
I feel like it's over glamorized, and I feel like the real world don't work like that. I feel like we're living proof that it's constant hard work, bro. There's no cheat code to not even being rich. I think there's no cheat code to being comfortable. There's a very, very thin line. People think being rich means you're comfortable. No, you could be comfortable without being rich, but
how many people use a lot of money all die? They all overdose on drugs and they have health problems, heart problems, and they all just finish, bro. Many people I know personally, a lot of people who work in their businesses every single day, and they've had heart attacks at the age of 40.
When we hear stuff like that, do you know what it is? If you don't know the person, what normally happens is you don't feel a type of way. But we've had friends that have lost their lives, we've had people that we know have lost their lives, and I feel like that's the wake-up call we needed. And I don't know if you heard about that guy the kids from Newport. They were driving and they crashed the car. Right. Like, a lot of people knew them, and one of the guys that was in that car crash that survived is one of my friends. I'm not seeing a lot of people being promoted positively. Like, this guy has overcome so many different levels, so many different things that could have potentially break him. It should have broken 100%. Him, and it should have had him weeping and in his feelings, or what's the word? He should have had darkness take over his life, but didn't. So
a lot of people now, it's called like the Andrew Tate principle. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how you feel about Andrew Tate, and maybe I don't know if we should be talking about Andrew Tate.
This is the beginning. I don't want to be cancelled.
Cancel, who said that's it? Barberoo Podcast is blacklisted now, bro. And we've mentioned the Tate word.
Let's call him Abu Tate. Hello, Abu Tate.
Abu Tate.
Dial again.
He's teaching us something, and there's a message in what he says.
Yeah.
Because listen, we are made to go to school. This is very important now. This is really, really important.
Well, I feel like I'm learning.
Because this is going
legendary.
This is going back now to what our fathers said. They said education is everything. Correct? Dentist, engineer, all these stuff. And Andrew Tate.
I feel like they want us to be dentists to fix their teeth, and that's it. You know what I mean?
This time, the family. But Abu Tate, he sold something that is outside of the educational system. He said, listen, you will never be rich. He said something. He said, when you pull up into a petrol station and you're filling up your car and the guy with the Lamborghini pulls up next to you, you think he got that from being a doctor? You think he got that from being a psychiatrist? No, he got that from being a smart individual. He's outside of that.
You don't think of regular people.
Listen, I've got a younger brother and he's now 18 and he's asking me, he's like, listen, Nathan, what do I do? Do I go to university? And listen, all our barbers, they say university number one. But I said to him, I said, no. Why?
I will with you, bro. Like, I'm on your side on that one.
What?
I don't feel like I have the right to say that because I haven't gone to uni or anything like that. But I only did it because I've seen people go there, and then 3 years later, that man are working in Tesco's, bro. Like,
bro, listen. Even in my business,
you know what I mean? Like,
in your business.
If I seen a couple of people that actually went to uni and gone, and I would have followed that road. But even you was doing law, right?
Yeah, so I'm walking proof of what I'm about to say.
He's got the right to say it, not me.
Not to preach, I am walking truth.
And if you don't listen,
done. Yeah, right? So maybe I might be talking too much information, too much nonsense, but I'm just giving you my opinion.
Yeah, you have the right to be
So hear me out. So the traditional sense is go to university, get a degree, get a job. This is where I don't agree with it. This is what I'm trying to tell my younger brother. Now, kids are studying right now. Right now, everyone who's watching, you may be in university studying for a job that will not exist.
What up? Oh, he's not landed yet. He's flying.
Why?
AI.
Bingo.
Oh!
Hear me out. Bro, we've been staring at these for too long now.
Okay. We're going to do a prank later. It's not a prank. He already knows. We're going to basically... Carolina Reaper powder. You have a second doubt? No. This is your attitude.
I was made in the fire, bro. I'm made in the fire.
I'm gonna struggle. But you're joining us.
Listen. So I'm gonna waffle and pretend that I know some stuff. But this is my honest opinion, right?
I'm gonna take over.
Bro, we had the Industrial Revolution back in, I'm gonna say post-World War II. So I'm gonna say in the 50s and the 60s. Quote me, maybe I'm wrong. But where people were craftsmen, people who were making, textiles, Ambos and our barbers and all these guys who were making textiles, okay? It's an art. They spent years and years and years perfecting their craft. Well, you got me tweaking now, bro.
Well, I don't know.
Where the fuck have you been?
2 more sittings like this, and wallahi, this guy will be a different kind of guy.
Okay. Where we had the Industrial Revolution, back in post-World War II, all these expert craftsmen who would make garments like these, their jobs disappeared, correct?
Yeah.
And this family traditions, expertise passed on generations and generations and generations, and now we don't need seamstresses anymore because machines make it for us.
Yeah.
Industrial Revolution.
And saves the corporations. What up? Did you actually spike me with bare sugar?
No. I mean, this is normal, man.
Oh, I thought I have a heart pumping. I'm going through adrenaline. This guy's spiking my teeth, fam. Well, I never trust that.
Have tea with sukkar.
Sukkar, I know, but
you made in China, not me.
Listen, as we were saying about the AI, I feel like you're right in that aspect.
Here we go. You ready? All right. So here's my philosophy. I'm the best person to ask. Why? I done university. I done my law degree for barber to keep barber happy. I done my undergraduate and postgraduate. Okay. So me, I'm the qualified solicitor. But instead, we went into the Shisha life.
Baby, I am shooting a movie. I'm just doing Mayfilms. It's okay. I want to put this in the edit. This is the bloopers. I love you. Am I sitting there?
So I'll go back. So here we are. So I done my undergraduate, done my postgraduate, and alhamdulillah we graduated. And this is the thing. My younger brother, he came to me and said, Nathan, do I go to university and do I study? Or do I do something else? And to something else, I don't know what the something else is. And this is the thing. The younger generation now, the people right now in university, they're studying for jobs that don't exist. They won't exist. how, for example, listen, I'm going to use you as my example. Before, how you edit your videos. You use AI software, correct? And now you don't need anyone with special skills. Why?
You need
because you have AI software that can do it for you.
100%.
So now a lot of industries that you'd have to be skilled in, you'd have to be educated in, you'd have to have a degree for. AI, I'm not saying AI is going to replace the world, no.
No, but like even ChatGPT, right, that uses, so it kind of, it's part of my life.
Imagine
like, if you emailed me, but you won't think it's me replying, I'll tell you the truth.
Exactly.
I'll be a different
Listen,
person.
from a legal point of view, as a solicitor, before you would have to come to me and say, Matham, these are my legal problems that I'm having. Now you don't need to do that. No. You can go into ChatGPT, say I want to apply UK legislation to my current scenario. How do I do it? What do I do and what laws apply? Even me, now as a solicitor, I will go onto ChatGPT if I'm unsure about something and I'll fact check everything to make sure that everything is correct. Which means what? My job is not as important as it used to be.
Not anymore.
There you had maybe a team of 20 solicitors all focused in the commercial department.
Now you might need one solicitor to overlook the AI's work.
Exactly. So this is something that now the kids, they're going to be, already work is hard. Already finding these, I call it blue collar jobs are hard. Now with AI, these jobs are going to become more and more scarce as time goes on. So you have to think about this. Why are kids going to university? Why are they studying for jobs that don't exist? And I'll tell you why.
And don't forget that they have to actually pay the student loans off when they get a job.
This is the point.
So that's another section of it.
We're
not talking about
who funds the student loans? Who funds it?
Government, right?
Bingo. So let's say, for example, now you have a huge percentage of the younger generation not going to university, not taking these loans, not taking the financial backing from the government that we got to pay the interest rate on when we pay the government back. We pay on interest. So if we're not taking these loans, how much do you think the government and these UK...
Well, they're going to hit people, they're going to hit the small businesses. That's their bailout.
Well, think about it.
Going to tax the working man.
Maybe being forced and sold this dream of go to university, like our parents said, go get these degrees for these jobs that don't exist. Why? To pay money to the government bodies that are funding and financing the universities. Think about the UK. How many people come from all around the globe to have a UK degree?
I know people from Arab countries, India, South Asia, Africa. There's so many different, even Americans.
But let's say now, the university system begins to decline because now the job market is declining. What's going to happen to the government and the government institutions?
There's going to be an economical crisis.
We're sold the dream. Go to university. Why? Because the government needs to make money off us. Keep us on there. So my younger brother, he said, what should I do? You know what I told him? Be either a barber, electrician, plasterer.
Like a trade. You have a trade.
Gas fitter, commercial gas fitter. Before, you go to barber, you say, barber, I want to be electrician. He's going to laugh at you.
100%.
Because now...
But now, just to change a couple of things, how much it costs. I feel like we might get hit up with prices. So like when we ask someone to come do our lights in the shop or in the restaurant or whatever it is, they hit us up because we're a shop. But even domesticated jobs are expensive. Like even when you go to your home and say, I want to switch here, I want this there, so that's going to hit you up.
What you're saying, can you have this, can that be done by AI? Can that be done by a robot right now?
No.
And how long will it be until it can be? Not in our lifetime. I don't think there's going to be robots who can...
But I believe there's going to be iRobots in 2.
I don't think so.
I think we're going to have robots in your house helping you with bad stuff like that. Technology is already out there. What they're being given, it's a small peek of what they actually have got. They're not going to tell us what they have got.
Well, no, because don't forget...
So I do believe we're closer than we think.
GPS, the military had it 15 years before the public had it.
Exactly.
Which means what? What the military possess right now that we will see in 15 years. So they probably have this technology, but what I'm trying to say to you, Musa, and maybe
we're Bedouins. This is why we don't give a shit about AI. Look at us, bro. We're sitting here eating, drinking. This is the Shisha.
Your viewers, they want to see.
But this is Bedouin style, so they could take all this AI business away from me, and I will be okay in my life. I'll have goats, camels.
Listen, my last thing until maybe we roast our mouths off. For the young generation, please, before you decide what to do with your future, just get the right information. Don't get what our dads think is correct. Don't think what people maybe in the Shisha lounge say is correct. You need to do your own research. Like my younger brother now. I don't want him to go...
I feel like they can do research, but they should also listen to people. Maybe not uncles, but you should listen to people that are at least a decade older than you. So if you're in your 20s and you're like really unsure where to go and what to do, just take in what we're saying.
Let me ask you a question. What? Do you regret?
Well, he's asking me the question. The Arabs are confused. He's the guest.
I am right. I want you to listen to me. Do you regret working for yourself and going down this path, or if you could go back and do it again, would you have tried harder in school?
But let's keep it BG. Alhamdulillah, I don't regret. I would do everything the same way I did it. I would go harder. I would believe more in myself. And I feel like it's part of growing up and realizing that you should have done things sooner and you should have focused more on yourself sooner. So I don't think I would have gone down the route of education or anything like that. I feel like you learn as you work.
But you are a natural hustler.
Well,
from the minute I ever met you, bro, from the ground up. You have your past, you have your history, bro.
Yeah.
Whatever happened when you first started,
well, that's the thing.
All that
you know,
hustling is coming through right now. Look what you're doing. You're on the hustle.
I was saying this before. What I went through. I don't want to go into it. That's another time. You guys can stay tuned. But I went through the struggles and everything myself, and it was supposed to stop me. It was supposed to be like, no, you're unemployable. You're on this, on that. You can't get this. You can't do that. And I feel like all of that negativity around me didn't stop me because I never gave into the negative mindset.
100%.
Because, like I said,
because society would have made you stack those shelves and stuff.
We're built different, bro. We're built thanks to our heritage and thanks to all our cultural values. I think we're built to just keep striving. Even if I had one arm, I'll still be cutting hair. There wouldn't be anything stopping me. So I feel like that's one thing we can thank our parents for, thank our DNA for, thank the mindset we have is unbreakable, bro. And I feel like that's because of faith in God. That's because of the people we know. We've seen people, like you've seen me go from that to that. That might have motivated you. Now you're shining and you're being a great candidate of one of the business people in Cardiff that I look up to.
And I'm there. We're always learning, bro. We're always learning.
100%, I believe that, but I feel like credit is due when credit is due, bro. Like we said, we see everyone getting glamorized for basically finding a little hack online and that, but there was no talent to that. There was no struggle to that. You might have had a normal job and quit the job and become driving Lambos and driving this, but there's no actual connection there, bro. Like I don't feel connected to my man. I feel like he just had a lucky break or whatever.
Do you think that the reason you are and the reason I am, the cloth that we come from is from passion? That's why you do what you do. That's why you work hard every day. That's why you wake up and you open this store.
Well, I try and wake
You don't pull sick days. You don't call the boss and be like, Habibi, today I'm a little bit tired.
No, Arabs don't have sick days.
No,
the Arabs would have their days off when they have parents.
You are the first to get blamed when it goes wrong. And you are the last one to be congratulated for when it goes right.
Sorry.
And that's what happens when you work.
I think that's the problem in the society. We don't, until you make it, you don't get supported, and I feel like that's just
I always say, you know what I'm saying? You don't know the story behind the glory.
Sir.
You don't know the passion. You don't know the patience that it takes.
I agree, 100%.
And even now, Musab, he's trying this podcast. I'm trying to run a business. We will never be fulfilled. I will never stop because I'm not happy. Yeah. I will never, even like, you know when you go to the gym, some people look at you and probably say, do you know what, I wish I had that body. When you look at your body in the mirror, you're like, do you know what, I wish I had his body. And it's a...
I feel like that's how he looks at me, you know. Well, we're in the gym, he's like, yo, that man.
No. Said Musab, he'll come next to me. I'm there in my zone, my AirPods are in. He'll walk over to the weight rack.
I'm chatting away.
But he'll look down on which weight my pin is pinned in. And he'll look at the pin, look at me, look at me. He'll not say anything. It's an unwritten code.
Do you know what I'm doing? I'm judging how much respect I should give you today. 20 kg, but
as soon as I know he's walking over, I'll take the pin, I'll put it to the bottom of the stack and sit there and be like, I do all this weight.
Well, we've had a lovely day today, man.
Yeah, thank you so much for letting me come, bro.
No, bro.
It's been an absolute honor.
It wouldn't be a podcast
to be a part of this, bro. I really appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. And I respect you and I respect what you're doing and I really appreciate everything, bro. Thank you.
This has been fun. But now it's time to get gritty and nitty, my friend. All the shit to the side. Let's get this.
So Shisha, how did you tell us?
Well, I put the Shisha out of the way because it's about to get wiped. We need 3 bowls of water, please, Habibi. Oh, no. What you're about to try right now, I'm going to show you. Carolina, riba, my man.
Bismillah.
I think this is a joke, you know.
Bro, how spicy are we talking, bro? But listen. I think it's only fair. If you are making me eat this, I get to choose which one you eat. You eat it? I think that's only fair.
Don't worry, my friend. This is going to be...
If you're going to throw me under the bus, at least let me try.
Hold on, what's going on here, bro? My man thinks there's 2 bottles of water. We need 3 because you're trying it with us. No, listen.
Bro,
you don't even need to speak. You need to sit. Yo, hold this. If you don't take it, we got...
Oh, you bring the one with big salt.
We are... Oh, you need water. You get the water.
I don't need.
Man said I don't need. Whichever one you pick.
Blind. Look at the line.
Blind.
Look. they're all coated, bro. Don't mind.
blind. يلا بسم الله. واحد أربعة خمسة اثنين
واحد أربعة خمسة.
أربعة خمسة.
Wait there. واحد أربعة وخمسة. Come in here. I said yalla عادي. Yo, listen, don't touch your eyes after this.
Oh, it's that bad?
We gotta do cheers, mate.
Yes.
No, life is good, but you gotta remember your past. Okay. Yo, Mayhem, come in a little bit. Come here. What's going on, Mayhem?
Don't eat spicy food.
Guys, this is not a joke. I'm trying my best to... What? You finished it?
No.
I can't.
Yo, you okay?
والله بسمع سهلة صح؟
He's thinking about Shisha, Kaya Lounge number 2.
I can't even open it, bro. I'm sweating.
You eat the whole thing?
No man. I think the tea enhanced it.
I told you not to drink tea, bro.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
Guys, Carolina Reaper is not a joke. I'm telling you now. We got Mayhem. He's sitting. He went from sitting like an Arab to questioning his life choices right now. Oh, you okay? Yo, should we put the fan on? Do you need the fan?
Bring the fan here, man.
Yo, it's okay. Tap. Hello, Allah. Go. Get off camera. He's fucking burning, bro.
We got milk.
I said got milk.
Well,
this is a Harrod fan. Guys, if you want, order this from Shopify. We got this.
Link in my bio.
Well, we had to bring him back to reality. Unfortunately, he thought being an Arab is just a statement or just a genetic... Oh, I just touched my eyes. No, I had with this one. Yeah, that's alright. So anyway, I'm holding it in, you know.
Bro, why you do this?
Dude, so
There's no wall.
Listen, you signed an hour to record.
Inshallah.
Let me record this up. Where's my phone?
Bro, I hope these camels in the back are gonna take me to work. What? Wow.
It is powerful, isn't it?
What a way to wake up, bro. It's like cold shower.
Woo! Where's my phone? Give me my phone.
Bro, I'm waving. Wallahi, I'm waving.
Where's my phone?
Right here.
Give me my phone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just I'll whack this on so you guys can see that we don't cap.
Okay.
What's the challenge saying?
We're in the Sahara.
Yeah, we managed the hot Carolina Reaper. Oh,
Spicy, bro.
I can't even talk properly, bro.
Bro,
I bet you hate me right now.
that's more spice than all the Medina and that shit.
Oh shoot! Is it coming back now? Are you okay
Yeah,
now?
I'm back. Bro, wallahi, it's a cold shower, bro. My brain is bright, bro. It was good. Bro, it's like cold shower. My brain's going rum.
Wait till you go toilet next.
Wee.
Wait till you hit the toilet.
You're the worst part.
Fireworks.
I really wanted to...
What do you mean Kulhala? This guy, come here, bro. He did it and ran off the camera, cried
Bro, I
in the back.
really enjoy this podcast, bro.
We did,
I wanted to be left with some inspiration, some motivation.
Well, this is gonna
Bro, right
motivate
now,
your digestive system, you brother. Oh Lord, we are out. It's been Barberoo. We ended it with a challenge. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to follow and subscribe and to like and comment. Obviously, make sure you hit up Kaya Lounge as well. Make sure you go, guys,
Appreciate
give them
you
a
guys.
visit, man.
Also appreciate Barberoo hosting us today,
Come on.
man. Thank you so much for letting me smoke a shisha
Come
inside
on,
the
this
podcast,
is in
bro.
the building.
I really
In the
appreciate
building.
that. And hopefully, only bigger and better things to come from all of us, inshallah. bro.
Inshallah.
Let's
Thank
keep
you.
that hard work flowing.
Come
I
on,
appreciate you, bro.
legendary.
Oh my God.
And he took it like a champ.
God.
Yo, you need to be on camera. We show you.